I just got done filming this look for this makeup tutorial, and I realized that I forgot to do my introduction. I forgot to do my disclaimers. So, hi, welcome to the channel. I post content here related to things like goth, like my life being goth and alternative, on top of being a woman of color. I share story time videos here. I share makeup videos, art videos, vlogs, like art studio vlogs, life vlogs. I post a little bit of everything here. So if this is your first time here and you're new here and you enjoy my work, you're gonna want to subscribe because I post a little bit of everything. I am sporadic with posting. I do not have a posting schedule. So if you like my work, you like my content, then please turn on your notifications so that you can see when I post, so that you guys can catch my content when I do post. I am chronically ill. I am recovering from stage 3 cancer, and I have long lasting health issues in regards to that. I used to shave my eyebrows off for years, and then I got cancer, and now I am struggling with hair loss. I cannot grow my eyebrows out even if I wanted to, and I don't. So if you're looking for a tutorial on how to do your brows more naturally and stuff, I am not the person for you. If you are the type of person that likes a no makeup look, I am not the person for you. If you're the type of person that wants a light makeup look or an everyday makeup look, I am not the person to go to for those type of things. These videos are for the people who like to be extra, the people who like to do a full glam look and actually enjoy it. This is for the people that, 2016 makeup wasn't just a trend for them. It's something that they actually like and enjoy, and it's a part of personality. This is for the people who I meet on the street that are constantly asking me for makeup tutorials and YouTube videos and stuff. This is for you. This is also for people on the internet who, every time I post on Instagram or TikTok, you guys ask me about my makeup and you want details about the looks and stuff. This is for you. Also, if you saw my last vlog that I posted for my birthday and you saw the pictures that I posted showing a close-up of my makeup, and you're like, oh, how did she do the frosting? How did she do the cherries? How did she do the little dollops? How did she do this, and what was the inspiration and stuff? This video is for you, where I talk about the inspiration and I talk about how I wanted things to come together and look. So yeah, I hope you guys are able to get some valuable information. This is a fun video to make, and it's a fun video to edit, and I hope that it's a fun video for you guys to watch, and I hope that you're able to learn something from it, because this is supposed to be educational. So if you like educational makeup videos that aren't just like your standard cut crease or your standard full glam or whatever, and you like to be extra, you're a visually expressive person and you like, I don't know, if you're an extra person, you like extra looks, and you're the type of person that does your makeup for artistic self-expression, not necessarily to meet a beauty standard, then this is for you. You're gonna want to follow me, because I'm always, even if I'm not posting a makeup look, every time I do a YouTube video, I'm always wearing some type of creative look. So if you want to keep up with that, then I suggest you subscribe. Alright, bye. Hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Hi guys, so before I show you how to do this makeup tutorial on my eyelids, I'm going to show you guys how to do it on paper first, because I feel like it might be a little easier to explain. So first I started off with that cut crease line, and then I did the little swirls, and now I'm filling it in with the pink, and then I'm going over it with blue to have that in between space so that it'll be more dimensional when I add the future line work. And then this is how it looks up close, and I'm just going to make this little oval shape like first swirl and then an oval, and then I'm gonna go over the outer edge at the top and at the bottom, and then we're just gonna keep doing that all throughout the duration of this video. For the look, you just do that first little oval shape and then afterwards. Alright, so now I'm going to speed it up a little bit for you guys so you can see the full process. And then I'm going over the blue, but even darker blue to really get those shades in. And I'm going over with the gel pen to make that glittery look. Alright, so this is my cherry. I started off with pink, and then I'm going over with the red marker. And then I added white as a highlight, and then the green. And now I'm doing the little dollop with gray first, and then I'm going over it with the purple to add more dimension. And this is what the final look looks like. It'll make sense once you see it on the eyelids using the line work, but I just want to give you guys a quick little tutorial on paper because I can draw bigger on paper than I can on my eyelids, and that's how things look. Alrighty, bye guys. I know I look crazy, but it's because I just finished doing my base plus a smoky black eye look, and I'm baking my face. That's why it's kind of ashy right here. I did make a base video to show you guys how I got to this point minus the smoky eye. I feel like there's a million smoky eye tutorials on the internet and you guys don't need one from me. Today I'm going to show you how I did my cake inspired makeup for my birthday. And I recorded a little tutorial showing you guys how I did it in this notebook. So this part right here is what we're going to be focusing on. I decided to go with two tones because it's easier to differentiate the little dollops from each other. Using nail art brushes, y'all, I told y'all need to get you some of these. These are what the brushes look like. This long one is gonna give me that first line that I want, and these down here are gonna give me more of the fine details that I want. I am using pastel water activated liners today because it's easier to build dimension for the future line work, and this is good for the shapes, and then the line work is good for like the darker lines, and I'm going to show you guys in a bit. So this is the brush I'm going to start off using. I already sprayed water into the tops, and then I'm using this pastel pink shade here. These are also neon UV activated liners, so if you're going anywhere at night, these will glow in the dark. So I'm gonna start here. Alright, you start here and you kind of drag it, and while this is drying, I'm going to do this eye. Just tracing the natural curve of my eye. So we're going to give this a second to dry, and then I'm going to show you guys those other little shapes. Alright, so it's about dry enough for me. I did go and test out on my hand to see how wet it is, because if it's too watery, then it's going to be transparent. If it's too dry, then it just won't glide on the eyelids the way that I want it to. So I do test on my hand a little bit just to see how things look. Just make sure that the balance of water and pigment is good, and then I do these little shapes like I'm just gonna do a little shape like that. And I did make like an illustration for you guys to see, and I'm gonna zoom in real quick, and then you just keep doing that all throughout the rest of it. And so I went ahead and I did it both on this lid and this lid, and I'm going to show you guys how to connect it at the bottom so that you can have it look more put together. If you want a clean line like this and you're fine with it, then just keep it. But if you want a more rounded, connected look, I'm going to show you how to get that in just a second. Alright, so you just connect it with those little swoops all across. I'm going to do the same thing on this side and get back to you guys to show you how I fill it in. Alright, we're back and all of these little swoops are connected. I only did every other one because I'm going to go in with a different color just to help differentiate these little loops from each other so that they don't blend so much. And then I'm just going to fill it in. Alright, I'm going to just keep doing that throughout the whole duration of this eye and this eye, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm done with the pink. I'm going to go in with a pastel purple and fill it in those empty spaces. So this is what that pastel purple looks like. And there is a mirror right behind me, but I'm going to use this one because it's closer. And I'm going to let this dry before opening my lid up and filling the rest in. And then once it dries, I'm going to go over it with some darker lines to bring out the actual shapes of the frosting. Alright guys, I'm back. I filled everything out with the pink and then the purple. I'm going to be using red line work just because I don't have a hot pink water activated liner, and I'm all out of the sealant that I use to turn my eyeshadows into a liner. And I'm going to use it, I'm going to just make this oval shape in the middle, and I'm going to go over the outer side and the inside to really make that frosting look. So I'm going to start out here. So that kind of transforms it. I'm going to continue doing that all throughout here and here. And as for the purple, I'm going to be using this water activated liner by Glamierre. It is shade Grape. So, and then the red that I'm using now is called French Red, same brand, Glamierre. I'm going to use the red to make those lines that go on the frosting, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is what the red looks like layered over that pink. And on this side too, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with this dark purple over this lavender. And that's it. We're going to go along this side and that side, and I'm going to show you how to do those little dollops in the cherries as well. The purple is already on there. It's just a darker purple over the lavender, and I'm going to use this peachy shade. It's called Cantaloupe, and it looks like this up close, and that's what I'm going to use to make my little dollops. Alright, so I'm doing all the little dollops. I'm using a gold water activated liner in shade Goldilocks by Glamierre, and that is what I'm going to use to accentuate the dollops so it's not just little things of color there. like super tiny, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that on all of my eyes. I'm gonna be using this round brush to do my little cherry dollops in the same shade of red that I use on the frosting. So I'm going to be using this Wine and Only palette and this shade called Winter, like winter with a V, like this really deep shade of red here. And I have like this little small angle brush and I'm just tapping it, and I'm going in to add a little dimension to my cherries. So I'm just adding like some dimension to my cherries. Just like going along the outer edges, adding a few little dots, little dabs of red to it. I cannot find my white activated liner at the time being, so I'm gonna use silver to make these little highlights on my cherries. Like just a little dab, and I'm gonna kind of circle it in. A little dab in a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want like the pigment to be there. This is a nail art brush. It's like super tiny and round. I'm going to do that to the rest of my cherries and then add the little green stems. Alright, for the stems, I'm actually going to be using 2 different shades of green to make my stems. So we're using seaweed and we're using teal green. One is going to be an outer like shadow color, and the other was going to be like the more highlight color. And I've already did one here, but I'm going to show you guys what that looks like right now. I'm going to start off with the dark teal green. I'm starting off with this dark teal green, and I'm using this type of brush. Brush, and with the seaweed green, I'm gonna go in and redraw that line right next to it, and under here and here, and that's how I'm gonna do the stems to all my cherries. Alright, so for the little swirlies that go like this, I'm going to be using this neon green. It's like a pastel neon, since this is like a pastel cake inspired look. And I already have some on my brush. I'm just going to do little dots. So this is the completed look. For the sake of time, I went ahead and did my eyebrows and eyeliner off of camera. And I decided to use a dark purple, the grape purple that I was using in my line work earlier today, just because my eyeliner is in a different room and I feel like ended up going to get it and resetting my place and all that. So this is the look. I did butcher my little swoopies, like these things, a little bit, but other than that, I'm still happy with the look, and I hope that you guys got some type of valuable information from this look. Aside from the fact that I butchered these, I think that everything else went well, and I really like how the cherries and like the stems turned out. I really like the way the frosting looks and everything, and I really like the contrast between really bright pastels and like a dark smoky eye, because one, this look is inspired by pastel goth vintage cakes, and I am going to post some pictures so that you guys can see what I am talking about. Like, I'll post the pictures like here for a few seconds, and so you guys can see. I hope that this video helped you guys out in some capacity. If you're curious, I get that this type of look is a bit extra. It's not for everybody and everything, so I do hope you guys enjoy. Bye.